friends, it is March 13th, 2021, and I thought I would do something a little bit different today. I am going to attempt to give myself a personal reading for the new moon in Pisces, which is today. So, I've never done this before. I have given myself readings, obviously, but never on camera, so we'll see how this goes. I am starting to do readings for friends, but I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of learning and taking in all of the astrology information. It was something that I started over the COVID quarantine just as a hobby, and now I'm getting super into it. So yeah, I thought it would be neat to, at least have something to maybe look back on later if I get really, really good, and maybe laugh at myself a little bit. We'll see how this goes. The new moon is about essentially new beginnings, dreams, setting goals and things like that. It's the start of setting, whatever it is that your intentions are, and really just like manifesting them. So with this Pisces energy in the new moon, since we are in a new moon in Pisces, we actually just amplify up the emotional aspect of everything. I myself am a water sign, so obviously I connect to other water signs, so Scorpio and Pisces. I do gravitate to the Pisces zodiac just because it is a zodiac that represents dreaminess, flightiness a little bit, just really having that imagination and really just going for your dreams, romanticism, things like that. So I think this new moon will be something that's very beneficial, especially for water signs, especially for those with the Pisces zodiac. So we'll take a look at it and see what it means. I have my creativity and happiness candle lit here. That's something that I want to manifest in my 2021. I have a very good feeling about this year, so I'm excited, and I think I'm going to use this as my creativity outlet for things like that. So just full disclosure here, I am not by any means an expert. I don't claim to be. This is just something that I do as a hobby. So I've been watching a lot of YouTubers that do tarot readings online, and a lot of them have to make these full disclosure statements. I'm assuming for liability reasons, but since I'm doing my own personal reading, I'm not doing anybody else's. Hopefully I don't have to go through all that. Just a little bit of background. I am a Cancer Sun zodiac with a Leo rising and a moon in Virgo. I'm just kind of learning what all of this means in terms of personality, and it is a lot to learn. So, but I do feel like all of those resonate with me, that I can kind of identify certain aspects of my personality with, especially with my sun sign, but I can definitely see aspects of myself in the Leo rising as well as the moon in Virgo. And since my zodiac of Cancer is ruled by the moon, I get a lot of energy from the moon, so I pull a lot of that in terms of moods, and in terms of when the moon is in a specific zodiac, I can definitely feel that. So yeah, it's been really neat to learn, and yeah, so let's do this. I think we are ready. I have a Moonology tarot deck, specifically because I just moonchild, right? So I don't have a specific question for this particular reading. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this a general reading for the new moon in Pisces. So just again, more background on that. Pisces is a dreamy, imaginative, intuitive, romantic zodiac sign. And so we're kind of looking at this new moon for new beginnings and applying that to, what our dreams are, what we can imagine for ourselves, and what we want to manifest, and really just taking a look at that. Even if other people might look at our dreams as unrealistic, we're in an energy right now where we can kind of hang on to that, and never mind what the logical thinkers say. We are the dreamers, and so yeah, let's see what it has to say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a past, present, and future. So I'm going to take a look at kind of what has been going on for me, and then I will look at my present, which is something that I need to manifest within this new moon, and then I'll take a look at the future and see what kind of messages I'm getting in terms of what I will need to do moving forward. So, all right. Also, I am not good at shuffling, so yeah. So we're gonna see my really excellent shuffling skills here. I will get good. I will. It's gonna take practice. I see so many people that are able to just like really just shuffle and really, really quickly, and it looks amazing, but yeah, I have not gotten to that level yet, but I will. So, and just so you can see, yeah, so we got the whole setup here. We got the moon and all of that. Okay. So we're gonna do a 3-card pull, 3-card layout. Like I said, I am not an expert. Also not an expert at shuffling, but you know. Also, if you are interested in helping me practice, because I am very much interested in astrology and I'm getting more and more into tarot. I have 3 different tarot decks. If you are interested in doing like a practice reading for yourself, you can message me. I will do them over Marco Polo. Yeah, I will do a free practice reading with you. So new moon in Pisces. We also have Neptune and Venus energy as well, because we have the Neptune-Venus conjunct, which essentially just amplifies the energy of those 2 planets. So Venus is the planet of love and abundance, and Neptune is the planet of soulmates, dreams, imagination. So yeah, you're taking that Pisces energy that already exists and you're kind of amplifying it with the 2 planets that are in line here, and we just have this really like awesome, just dreamlike energy that I just love. I don't think I could love it any better unless it was my own zodiac. So yeah, I'm very much drawn to just the romantic aspect of it, and you know, just being able to kind of like follow the dreams, which is probably perhaps why I'm doing this. This is kind of, I think, like I said, this is going to be kind of like my creative outlet. So, all right. So, new moon in Pisces for March 13th, 2021. All right. I think I am ready. So I don't really have a format of how I pull cards. It just kind of depends what I'm feeling at the time. So I think I'm just going to pull the top from each pile here, and we'll go from there. So we have my past, which we're looking at, you know, the immediate past here. So, all right. So I got a full moon in Sagittarius. Interesting. So the overall message for this card is to look at the bigger picture. So full moon, it's the opposite of a new moon, so it's essentially about endings as opposed to new beginnings. A full moon could have a lot to do with maybe having to do some forgiveness work, maybe let some things go, and you take the Sagittarius aspect of that. So Sagittarius is a sign that is very much motivated, self-motivating, especially in the aspect of career. So I'm getting the feeling that this card is kind of maybe directly relating to my career in some sense, of look at the bigger picture. I recently had a job offer that I turned down, and that was a very tough decision. So, I mean, maybe it has something to do with that. I had to look at the immediate future as well as looking at kind of the bigger picture in terms of making that decision. So maybe it has something to do with career. Sagittarius also has a lot of social energy, so a lot of extroversion, outgoingness, achieving goals, goal setting. So a lot of that energy could also be in there. I have been setting a lot of goals for myself since the start of this year. I believe that 2021 is my decade year. You know, when I look back at my most recent past, I feel like 2011 was kind of my happiest moment, my happiest year. And so, you know, it's been 10 years and I kind of feel like I'm making a little bit of a turnaround again, and I just have a really good feeling about this year. So in looking at this, I see a lot of my goal setting. I see a lot of the energy of, you know, just wanting to push forward, but also needing to look at the bigger picture of things. So instead of getting stuck on what has been, or maybe just things that aren't working for me, I need to look at all aspects, which I feel like I'm pretty good at. I feel like with perspective, I'm pretty good at looking at all angles of things and all aspects. But I think when it comes to things that directly have to do with myself, I'm a little bit less apt to do that, just because, you know, we are biased. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm getting at, is just it just is pointing to the goals that I've set. So now that I've kind of taken a look at that, I'm going to pull the present card here. So we have a full moon eclipse. All right, I like that one. I usually pull this card actually, which is weird. So a full moon eclipse kind of takes a full moon and it just like amplifies it, gives it even more energy. So it could signify finality of something. Something is coming to an end. I do feel like there are many things in my life right now that are reaching their end phases, or things that I've had to end, energies I've had to kind of step away from, or even energies that I've needed to add more of in my life. I feel like I'm in that place, in that time period of my life, just kind of reevaluating and reassessing what's going on and what makes me feel good and what doesn't. And so yeah, the overall message for this card is conclusions are within reach. So whatever I have done and have been doing in my most recent past, so back here, in terms of goal setting, I feel like this card here is telling me that I'm getting there. That eventually I am going to be in a place where all the goals that I've set for myself, or, you know, the important ones, are going to come to fruition. That whatever answers I'm seeking, that they're kind of right around the corner. And, you know, maybe I have to just give it a little bit of time, but I feel like this card is really telling me that there's an eclipse on some aspect of my life, or aspects of my life, that is either drawing to a close, or maybe that is opening up. You know, considering we're in a new moon right now, maybe some of that Pisces energy is coming in, so kind of reevaluating what my dreams are, and kind of, you know, like setting those goals, but also knowing that what's meant for me, what's best for me, will eventually come, and that those dreams are within reach. It's just that I have to have the patience and the tenacity to just kind of stick with it. So yeah, that's a pretty good card to pull, I have to say. I like that one. So this next one we're going to pull is going to be a message that I'm being given about the immediate future. So, you know, a lesson that I need to learn maybe, or something that I'm going to take with me moving forward, given these two cards. So we have our goal setting, looking at the big picture here. And then we have conclusions are within reach. We have our full moon eclipse card, which is, signifying that I'm almost there. I'm almost to where I want to be. I'm starting to assess, what is good for me. And I do feel like that's the place I'm in right now. So this is good. All right. So immediate future. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. So this one is a full moon in Cancer. Cancer is my sun sign. So this overall message, so we have a full moon. So we have all full moons in this reading, which is interesting because it's a new moon for one. And for two, if you have all full moons in a reading, that could signify that something is coming to an end. Like this is an end of an era. This is an end of a certain feeling. It could signify the end of relationships, but it also could signify maybe the start of something new. I'm speaking pretty generally, but I'm trying to kind of like apply it to my own life since this is my personal reading. So this overall message is a personal issue reaches resolution, and it's the full moon in Cancer card. So that actually just kind of goes hand in hand with this last card here of conclusions are within reach. So yeah, a personal issue reaches resolution. I feel like I'm getting there. I do have some work to do, but I do feel like there is momentum. And so yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like all of these are full moons. So I do feel like this year was kind of a turning point for me in many areas of my life, and especially the areas that matter most to me. So love, dreams, reassessing what my dreams are, and really following my heart, which is not typically hard for me, but I have to say that this past year I have kind of started to become a little bit more logical. I feel like this reading is kind of telling me to channel back into my heart and really get in touch with what my heart is saying, focusing less on the logical side because we are in a Pisces energy. So, and there's also some Cancer energy in here too, so Cancer's a water sign as well. So I feel like it's kind of urging me to look at my emotions and my feelings and get back in touch with those. So I feel like overall this is a pretty positive reading, and pretty fascinating that it's all full moon cards, because I could have pulled new moon cards, I could have pulled other kind of special type cards, but yeah. So I think overall what I'm seeing here is that whatever I've been concerned about, worrying about, things that seem to have no end point are finally reaching a point of resolution. And I also feel like there's some new beginnings in there too. I just need to be mindful of taking a look at the bigger picture in terms of what my heart wants, and in terms of what and where my emotional state is, because I am a water sign. I do have a lot of water in my chart, and so I do think very much with my heart. I am, more of a dreamy type person, and so yeah, that's always super important to me. Anytime that I'm not making decisions based on feeling and heart, I kind of feel this imbalance. So maybe it's trying to tell me to get back in touch with my sun sign here as well, and really just kind of focus on that instead of trying to like pull the logic out of everything. And I look at this first card here too, and that's a Sagittarius card. Sagittarius is a little bit more logical. Probably a lot of bit more logical than a Cancer. They're a fire sign. There's different energies going on there. So yeah, I feel like now I've kind of reassessed what it is that I'm wanting and needing for myself, and now it's just a matter of like rebalance, get back to my heart, get back to what it is that I'm truly wanting out of life, and really truly put my energy into that because we're getting close to some answers. We're getting close to some resolution and things, and maybe it's just a matter of reconnecting with self. I think this year too has brought on a lot of that, just in terms of like doing this. Like this is like creative outlet, something for me to do to channel all of the things in my heart and my soul that I feel like I was put here to do. And I guess maybe I'll keep doing these. I think it's kind of cool to take a look at and like see how you interpret things too, right? Because usually we all have the answers inside of us, and how we interpret them is often like what we're really truly looking for or looking at. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like I said, if you are interested in getting a little mini reading for my practice, let me know and we can set something up on Marco Polo. Alright, happy new moon in Pisces, and I hope you all are able to channel your dreamy, romantic imagination. Use your imagination. Nothing is too out of reach or too high right now. This is the perfect time to set goals, set dreams, and really, honor your dreams and honor what's in your heart. Take care.